All right, my brothers and sisters, my beautiful patriots. I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life, man. I know we're all still a little shaken up of what took place. A huge, historic moment, and just want to send prayers out, Trump and his family, and prayers to all you guys and your family. As we're living in some of the darkest times yet, you guys. We're living in the biggest history yet, man. But I want to tell you that I love y'all, man. And we got to come together, man. Got to unify, man. One love, man, to the human race. We got to come together, y'all. I'm going to check out what Vivek Ramaswamy has to say about all this. And they even titled it, God intervened on behalf of Trump and this country. Yes, indeed. Amen, man. And we just got a new report that he's fine, and we want to send our condolences, our love to the family of the one who passed. I believe it was one. Haven't got the full information yet. Like I say, we're out of respect. We're taking it in as we go, and we're going to bring updates as they come out. But it's just been disgusting right now in the media, seeing some of the coverage from the mainstream media, CNN. It's just it was disgusting, y'all. And we got a video dropping on that pretty soon. But let's check this out, man. Again, sorry if I'm kind of just all over the place, can't get my words out. I'm still just in a complete but 2024 is going to be a year, y'all, and we can't let up now. Got to fight, man. But let's check it out.
To give us his perspective on what he thinks. Vivek, it's great to have you on the show. It's a horrifying day for the United States of America. I want your thoughts. When you first heard about this, what went through your mind? What's going through your mind now?
What's going through my mind now, first of all, is we heard the story of that person, an innocent, enthusiastic rally goer who was shot and killed. First, our heart goes out to them and our condolences goes out to that family. But I should say this, Trace, is that I personally believe that God intervened today, not just on behalf of President Trump, but on behalf of our country. If you think,
Amen. And if y'all could do me one thing, if we could just put prayers in the comments section, man. Prayers in the comments section.
think about this. 1 centimeter's distance in the path of a bullet was the future of not only Donald Trump's life, but I think the life of the United States of America. Imagine what we would be talking about today were it not for a hair's length difference in the path of a bullet. And I think that that's frightening. And I think that this is a moment for us all to step back. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat, voting for Biden, voting for Trump, it doesn't matter. This is a moment where if one positive thing comes out of this otherwise near tragedy, let it be this, that first of all, we saw a president, a commander-in-chief, who in his most vulnerable moment, you saw it unvarnished. He stood up, he took the fire, he took the hit, and still stood up for the people who he stepped up to represent. And I think the other thing we have to take away is that this is unacceptable in the United States of America.
Unacceptable.
This is not who we are. Disagree or not, we settle our differences peacefully through free speech and open debate, not this way. And so if one silver lining comes out of tonight, let it be that. And I hope that we begin the process of healing as a country while avoiding what could have been a national disaster that really, without exaggeration, could spell the end of the United States as we know it had this gone a different direction.
Absolutely. Vivek, it's Martha McCallum here. I'm thinking about President Biden came out and made some comments. He may make more comments. We know they had a phone conversation earlier. He called what happened sick, and he said it's one of the reasons I want to unite this country. We've had a lot of vitriol, and I don't think it's, the politics, there's going to be a lot of politics starting this week. But, what do you think the impact is as you look at where the country is right now? And given the fact that the last couple of weeks have been all about concerns that we see in polling over President Biden's ability to serve and his fitness.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll give you a couple of tidbits that I've experienced even in the last few hours. I've had CEOs across the country from different corridors that would have been previously afraid to state their support for Donald Trump, or maybe even personally tepid about it, now coming in and asking, how can I help? I'm all in. These are exactly words of people who have contacted me alone in the last several hours, and I'm sure that's true.
Yeah, and it's a lot. I tell you guys, we're going to drop a video on it, but everybody, the people that were, they support Trump, but they don't come out and say it. Everybody is, man, social media is crazy right now, man. And people you thought who you never would have thought of endorsing Trump has endorsed Trump after this event. But we'll have a video on it. Tons of celebrities speaking out, tons of just of people, CEOs, you name it, are this has took a toll on a lot of people, man, But this isn't America, y'all. This is really unacceptable, man. Prayers for Trump and his family, man. And it's sad. It is sad, heartbreaking how they've wiped this man through the mud. How they've spinned and took things out of context. How they've came after this man when they used to love him. As soon as he became a Republican, as soon as he ran for office, sad, man. It's an absolute disgrace. And I told y'all, we are living in the biggest history yet. You're living in it right now. We're all living in it right now.
Of people across the country. The reality is, I don't want to make this political tonight. This is not the moment for that. I will say that President Biden, who ran on the platform of uniting the country, had an opportunity even tonight to really rise to the occasion in a way that he fell short. I don't say this is criticizing him as a Democrat, but somebody who was rooting for a president to rise to the occasion immediately and not only offer the usual ritual incantation, the ritual condemnation of political violence. Yeah, we got that. But a deeper, heartfelt sense to say that, you know what, this is a man who I'm running against, but it is wrong that this should happen to anybody, and this is not who we are as Americans. And if I, as a U.S. president, have failed to create this environment in this country, then I will own that because the buck stops with me as the commander-in-chief. I don't think we saw that kind of message come from President Biden tonight. And for all of the discussions about how he came short after the debate, I do think that even tonight was a moment for a man who ran on the platform of uniting the country to have fallen short in the way that he did. But this is less about criticizing President Biden and more asking the question of how we as Americans are able to say we're moving on. We're turning a page on a chapter of our history where we see our political opponents as our enemies. Let tonight mark the end of that, and if so, something positive, as you could imagine, at least something small positive that came out of this tonight, let it be that.
Vivek, you talk about rising to the occasion. I want to go back to what you were saying earlier there, which was the response of the former president after moments after he had been shot. And he got up and he said, I need my shoes. And then he stopped and he fist pumped a couple of times and he said, fight,
yes.
fight. And the response was USA, USA, because that's the natural response. At all of his rallies, he talks about fighting. It's been a theme. And the theme is they're coming for you, but I'm in the way, so you got to keep fighting. What do you think about that response and that having the wherewithal to do that?
Well, look, I think those images we saw, our kids and our grandkids are going to be viewing that image in their history books. That was American history tonight, and for the better. It was like the images of George Washington crossing the Delaware with the flag in the background. That's what we saw tonight. And it was one of those moments. Our founding fathers, they risked not only their fortunes, but their lives for this country. And I think this is one of those moments where we have a leader who has made a sacrifice. I'm personally grateful now more than ever for the sacrifices that President Trump has made. And I'm grateful that God stepped in tonight to save him for this country.
Amen. Millions have died. Have died, man. And made the ultimate sacrifice, man. July 13th, 2024. Historic. That picture will be in books, history books. And that clip is going to be played billions and billions of times. Long when we're all and gone, y'all. A man that will die for his country. A man that is willing to die to save America. Fighting for you and I. Willing to die. Cold blood. Prayers for Trump and his family. If y'all could put prayers for Trump in the comment section down below, man. And I want to send my prayers to all you guys and your family and my love, man. I don't care what side you stand on. I don't care if you're over here, if you're over there. You believe this or that. I want to tell you that I love you. Blue or red, don't care. I want to tell you that I love you. And I hope you can feel that through this video. It's real. God bless all you and your families. I love y'all. We're going to be bringing amazing updates, amazing reactions on the show. And we're going to continue to spread the love, man. And we need the love and the prayers during this time. I love y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace and love, family.